Hi friends, this is Surya Prabha. My channel name is Connect with Surya Prabha. I am going to teach chemistry. The topic is corrosion. This topic is a very important topic. Nowadays, the use and the importance of corrosion we should know. Generally, metals undergo corrosion. Generally, metals undergo corrosion. When the metal undergo corrosion, and the corrosion is in the form of their corresponding oxides, chlorides, sulfates, like that. So why metal undergo corrosion? Now I am going to discuss about why the metal undergo corrosion. First, the definition of corrosion I am going to discuss now. Corrosion, the destruction or deterioration of a metal or alloy by chemical reaction by its surroundings or environments. Environmental attack is known as corrosion. Once again I am repeating, definition of corrosion is destruction or deterioration of a metal by chemical attack present in the environment is said to be corrosion. Best example is rusting of iron, and second example is rusting of copper. Already I shown the applications, I shown the examples in the video. Please observe that when the pure metal and the corroded metal, the chemical formula is like this. When the metal in the pure state, it is iron. When it undergoes corrosion, that is rusting of iron, the formula is Fe2O3. So that is iron oxide. Original status is iron. When it undergoes corrosion, it is in the form of oxide, that is Fe2O3 2H2O. That is rusting of iron. That is the definition of corrosion. When we use a corrosion metal, so many damages will take place. For example, you take the iron metal, if you use that corroded iron metal, it will undergo reaction to our body also, that is in the form of septic. So it is injurious to our health also. Therefore, we don't use corrosion metals or corroded metals. Now I am going to explain different types of corrosions. So first one is galvanic corrosion. This is also known as differential metal corrosion. Galvanic corrosion or differential metal corrosion. Second one is differential aeration corrosion. First, now I am going to discuss about differential metal corrosion. This is also known as galvanic corrosion. What is differential metal corrosion? Differential metal means metals possess a difference in the potentials, that is standard reduction potentials undergo difference when two metals are to be taken. For example, in the galvanic cell we use generally, for explaining this galvanic corrosion, I am using that copper and iron. Iron has reduction potential seems to be 0.44, and copper is also reduction potential. Which one is more reduction potential present in this of these two metals? Copper and iron. Copper has more reduction potential and iron has less reduction potential. Differential metal corrosion means their potentials are also different, then only they will undergo this type of corrosion. When metals possess a difference in their potentials, they will undergo difference metal corrosion, that is galvanic corrosion. I am taking the example of iron and copper. Iron metal. The iron metal possesses less reduction potential compared with copper. Therefore, generally the metal, iron metal will undergo that oxidation and it will act as a anode. And second metal, copper, it possesses more reduction potential than iron. So it will act as a cathode, that is reduction takes place. If you take two metals, one will act as a anode, other will act as a cathode. Which metal will act as anode and which metal will act as cathode? The metal which possesses less potential, that is less reduction potential, will undergo corrosion, that is called as anode. Generally the corrosion takes place at anode, that is loss of electrons takes place. That phenomena is known as oxidation. The metals possessed with low potential undergo oxidation, there the corrosion takes place and that will act as a anode. The other metal, copper, in this example, copper metal possesses more reduction potential, therefore gain of electrons takes place and this copper metal will act as a cathode. So reduction takes place generally at cathode. Here in this example, copper metal is cathode and iron metal is anode. So there is a difference in their potentials, therefore it is called as differential metal corrosion. I am seeing that I will show the reactions in the video. Please observe that reactions. Second example is, second type of corrosion is, that is differential aeration corrosion. Differential aeration corrosion. What is differential aeration corrosion? Aeration means oxygen levels or air levels or in the atmosphere, or when we keep that metal, the atmospheric oxygen levels are different. Therefore, it is called as differential aeration corrosion. For this, we consider two examples, that is waterline corrosion and Pittig corrosion. Waterline corrosion and Pittig corrosion. So, aeration means oxygen levels are different in the corresponding metal, that is called as differential aeration corrosion. Waterline corrosion. First I am discussing this example. We take our overhead tanks. This is the best example to explain that waterline corrosion. Overhead tanks in our homes, generally we keep that water is stored in the tanks. We observe that water tank, in the bottom layer generally corrosion takes place, that a greenish layer will form because oxygen levels are less below the tank. On the bottom of the tank, the oxygen is not present, less oxygen is present. Therefore, on the bottom of the tank, the corrosion will take place. And you observe the upper layer, oxygen is present, more oxygen is present. Therefore, the corrosion does not take place. In this example, what is anode, what is cathode? Where the corrosion takes place, there the metal will undergo oxidation, that is called as anode. Generally at anode corrosion takes place, at cathode that metal will be protected. So upper part of the tank act as a cathode and corrosion does not take place, and lower part of the tank undergo corrosion and loss of electrons takes, no atmosphere, no oxygen is present, therefore concentration level of oxygen is low and it will act as a anode. So in this way the oxygen levels are different, the concentration of oxygen or air is different, therefore this is the best example for differential aeration corrosion. I will introduce another example also for differential aeration corrosion in order to understand, that is Pittig corrosion. Pittig corrosion, this corrosion arises due to sand particles, dust particles present in the environment, and they will form pits, holes they will form in the metal surface. You take metal, any metal surface, and the metal after a few days you observe the corrosion. Some of the part will undergo some of the part on the metal will undergo corrosion. Where less oxygen is present, that means dust is stored on that particle, and small holes are present in that metal. Therefore, small holes are called as pits. Those small holes present on the metal surface is due to sand particles or dust particles present in the environment. There the concentration of oxygen is different, therefore holes are formed. Holes are nothing but pits are formed, and it will act as a anode. And other part where the holes are not formed by the dust, that will act as a cathode. So this is also a best example for aeration corrosion. The concentration of that metal on the pits area, the concentration of air is low, and the other part the concentration of air is high or more. Therefore, the sand particles, dust particles does not interact with that metal. Therefore, it does not undergo corrosion. This is also another example to understand the differential metal corrosion. Okay friends, thank you.